Well, hello again. I thought I'd do something slightly different today, not the usual Hot Wheels peg hunting video. I thought I'd show you my collection of Minichamps. These were a range of models produced by Minichamps, a German model car manufacturer who specialise really in 1/43rd scale models. They did 1/18ths as well, and they did a small range of 1/64 scale models. In the late 90s they would have been, and really 1/64 scale collecting wasn't really a thing, not in Europe anyway. We didn't really collect 1/64 scales, there weren't many around, and it was all 1/43rd scale and perhaps some 1/18ths. But Minichamps did sort of diversify into the 1/64 collecting range. So they had quite a nice little range of models. The ones I've got 8 of them, and they are all DTM racers, which of course Minichamps, being a German company, did do a lot of models of the DTM cars. And I think all of them, these are all done in 1/43rds, as well as the 1/64 scale. So yeah, so let's take a quick look at them. As I say, they did mainly DTM cars, but they also did a Michael Schumacher collection, which had various different cars that Michael Schumacher had driven over the years. Yeah, they did tend to stick to sporting, sports cars, racing cars. So this is the packaging they came in. Quite a nice little sort of display case here. Let's just take the top off that. A bit fiddly to get the top off. Yeah, there we go. So I'll leave this one on the base, but this is the 1993 season Alpha 155 V6 Ti, screaming V6 engine this had. This car was run by the Alfa Corsa team, which is the Works Alfa Romeo team. There are 2 cars, number 7, which is this one, which is driven by Alessandro Nannini, and the number 8 car was Nicola Larini, both Italian drivers. No actual sponsorship as such, other than the Alfa Romeo insignia. They did do some privateer teams which had various different sponsors. I think TV Spielfilm, the German TV company, did one of the cars, and the famous Jagermeister orange livery was on one of the privateer cars. Michael Bartels drove that one. Former boyfriend of Steffi Graf. Bit of information there, useless information. But anyway, back to these cars. So yeah, they were nice little models. Well detailed. You can see some fantastic detailing there on the wheels. You've got the brand of tyres there, and these were Speedline alloys. I think it actually said Speedline on the spokes there. And we've got Alfa Corsa there. Internals, they had some roll bars, bit of detail on the inside there, quite nice. Just a single driver's seat, so we can get the details on it. Can't quite see, unfortunately, but yeah, some detailing inside. Minimal detail, really, but these were obviously 1/64 scale, and 1/64 scale model making has really come on in leaps and bounds over the last 20-30 years. But yeah, nice models. And the big thing was they weren't very expensive. I used to pick these up for sort of between £3 and £5 at toy fairs sometimes. They were never really widely available. We had to get them through sort of dealers at toy fairs. But at the time, they were like sort of, £5 or so. So I think 1 or 2 I got as cheaply as £3. But I think, £5, £6 is definitely the maximum I ever paid for any of these, which, compared to what you pay today for a model like this, I mean, they're not quite up to the standard of, Inno's 64s and Tarmac Works, but yeah, they're sort of maybe not even mini GT, but they are, for the time, they were very good and, nice little models. So anyway, we've seen this one, haven't we? Seen enough of this one, the Alfa Romeo. So the other one here, they did quite a lot of these 190E Evo 2s. This one is driven by, who is it? Oh, it's Keke Rosberg. Keke Rosberg, of course, drove this one. And this is the Berlin 2000. This is actually a Team AMG car, which is Mercedes' sort of unofficial works team. This one's driven by Keke Rosberg, and it's in the Berlin 2000 livery, which is a nice little livery. I've also got a 1/43rd scale of this car. Features the signatures of a lot of famous German sports stars, including Franz Beckenbauer and Michael Schumacher. And of course, the car was part of the Berlin Olympics 2000 bid. This raced in the 1992 season, so the Germans obviously were 8 years ahead of the actual event. They were bidding for the Olympics to be held in Berlin. As I say, part of the bid was this sponsorship of one of the Team AMG cars, or two, I think there was two of them actually. But yeah, that's a nice little model. Number 6, Keke Rosberg. So, as I say, they did quite a few of these E190Es. This one is this is Kurt Thiem's car, D Bells Out sponsorship. Not sure what D Bells Out actually is, but it looks very nice. It's a very old-fashioned sort of font there on the branding. A nice little sort of logo there on the bonnet. Perhaps someone can tell me what D Bells Out actually is. But yeah, a very nice little model. Looks great in this dark green and gold livery. And this car, I believe, is a Team Zakspeed car. So not actually a Mercedes AMG factory car, but this is a Team Zakspeed, who are a very competitive team and have a long history of racing in Germany. And yeah, I think it's a pretty successful car. As I say, you can see all the details there. We've got the roll cage, got some nice detailing on the wheels there, on the tyres. Again, this is a 1992 race season car. Very nice indeed. Continuing with these 190Es, there's a whole collection of them. This one is, again, 92 season car. This one is Klaus Ludwig, very famous driver in the DTM. And this is the Sonax sponsored, or Sonax and Boss sponsored car. This is a Team AMG car, a works car. And yeah, some nice details on this. Some lovely liveries on these cars. They do look beautiful when they're being displayed. Obviously, all the ones I've got came in the original, the style of boxes, which I showed you on the Alfa Romeo. I've just taken them out of the box because I've actually got them on display. But yeah, I mean, you don't get the lensed headlights on them, but it's not a bad attempt at some headlights there. You do get a separate grille moulding with the little Mercedes-Benz sign, not like a photo etch part like you get on a 64, but not a bad attempt. Very delicate, of course. It's plastic and part of the grille, so you have to be very careful. Again, painted on rear lights, not the details we'd get today, but for the time, not bad at all. And I think it's the transfers, they're not tampos, but the transfer work's beautifully done. Very nice. And as I say, some really attractive liveries in these cars. They are metal bodies, plastic bases, plastic wheels and plastic tyres. But as I say, they are really nice little models. And as I say, some of these liveries are just beautiful, very evocative liveries. Okay, so the last of the Mercedes is a nice, unusual one. This one, this is a Team Mars Schoens car, an independent team. This one is driven by York Van Orman, and obviously it's sponsored by Karcher, which is a pressure washers company, and of course Castrol, who we all know. But yeah, very attractive livery on this one. The yellow and white with the red and the green. I mean, it's very unusual. And this model, I don't think I've actually seen in 1/64 scale recently, well, at all, I'll say recently. I know there have been a lot of these 190E DTM cars have been modelled by people like Minichamps, Mini GT and 64 in the last few years. But I've never actually seen this liveried one, the Karcher car. And this is quite significant because in the 1990 season, the livery was slightly different. It had a silver sort of top on it, but essentially the same car. This car was actually driven for part of the season, at least, by Michael Schumacher before he went on to Formula One. So quite a significant car, really. But yeah, it's a really nice model. Nice yellow wheels there, look very, very nice. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so I think we've seen all of my 190Es onto different manufacturers now. So this is an Opel Calibra. This is from the dealer team Opel. Again, Opel's works team. Interesting, this car is the original livery for this Calibra, but they must have modelled it on a pre-production model or testing model or something, because the rear wing is completely wrong. Oh, got a bit of a hair on it there, but look at this. Yeah, the rear wing is completely wrong. This ducktail rear wing is the hair stuck to it. Yeah, this ducktail rear wing is wrong. The car never had this, so I'm only assuming that they got some early plans of the car, Minichamps, and went ahead and modelled it on a pre-production or an early version of the car. It never raced in this with this rear wing. But anyway, yes, it's a very nice car. I always like these Calibras, beautiful cars, very, very sleek, very nice, very underrated car now. I think the road going versions are finally finding their sort of mark in the classic car market and going up in value. But it's quite a successful car on the track in Germany. This is the 93 year, I believe. And yeah, nice car. Again, not a lot in the way of sponsorship, just the Opel branding and quite a nice stylized sort of graphics on the side there. Okay, I have another one of the Opels. This one is in its a special box. The other ones all came in the standard style box. This is a JJ Leto car. Let's just take off the top, so we can see it clearer now. This, as you can see with this one, we can clearly see that the rear wing is different from the earlier one, and that's exactly how the car raced. But this is from this is a privateer team, Team Rosberg, and this car, Keke Rosberg drove one of the cars. I believe his car had McDonald's sponsorship on the bonnet, and this one was driven by JJ Leto. His car had the Hasseröder Pils, which obviously is a beer, German beer, sponsorship, along with the Old Spice aftershave. And you can see this is from the 94 season, I think. You can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but we are seeing more detailing. We've got the sort of warning notices there on the windscreen, showing where the battery is, and the auto cutout switch, or the manual cutout switch in case of an accident. So we are getting some more detailing here. Very nice livery on this one, very attractive. Same as all the other ones, just the painted front lights there, but yeah, it's the liveries on these cars that really make them, and the attention to detail. Very, very nice indeed. That's a cool one. And of course, with the sort of bespoke packaging, does look very nice. And finally, the last one is another Mercedes. This is the C-Class, Mercedes C-Class, which was introduced for the 94 season, I believe. And yeah, it was a next generation DTM car. Mercedes held out in 93 with the old 190E while they developed the new C-Class car. I think there were certain rule changes for 94, and everybody, am I getting that right? Maybe I'm getting that wrong. I think Mercedes held, the new rules came in 93, which meant that Alfa Romeo developed their car for the 93 season, and of course walked away with the title, won most of the races, and everybody else was just still continuing with their 92 old spec cars. And then for 94, Mercedes actually introduced this C-Class, which was up to the new regulations, and it was pretty successful. Another York Van Omen car. Yeah, very nice I'm not sure whether this is, I don't think this is a AMG car. I think this is a privateer team. I'm not sure who it is. But yeah, got some sponsorship there from Tobac and Sonax. Or maybe it is. In fact, actually, of course, if we look at these two together, this car here is the up-to-date version of this one. Both got the Sonax sponsorship, both number 3. So this is definitely an AMG car. It's just the new model, the C-Class, and some slightly different sponsorship. Looks like it's sponsored by UPS as well. It doesn't say UPS on it anywhere, but it's got this sort of brown and gold livery with the UPS globe. So it could be a UPS sponsored car along with Tobac and Sonax. I think Sonax being a range of car polishes, and of course Tobac is an aftershave. So yeah, anyway, there you go. I shall get them all lined up for you now so we can have a look at the whole set together. And there we have them. Nice little set. They look fantastic on display. And as I say, they were at the time they were pretty cheap, but now I haven't really looked. But last time I did look a few years ago, they were sort of around £20 on eBay if you could find them. Pretty hard to find. I think they're quite collectible now, with obviously people taking a lot more interest in the 1/64 scale collecting, and also the DTM, particularly the Mercedes 190Es, are really in vogue now. So yeah, nice little collection. Just a shame they didn't have the licensing to do the BMW M3. That would have been really nice, but they clearly didn't have the licensing for that, so didn't produce any. So yeah, so if you're interested, Minichamps, made by Minichamps. I'm sure there are quite a lot available on eBay or other secondary market outlets. So yeah, keep your eye out for them if you're interested. They do look very nice on display. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall catch you very soon in the next one.